Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are in the world. I'm so grateful as always that you guys are listening, subscribing, and commenting. I appreciate the support. And if you guys want to support me further than just subscribing, then you can go to my Patreon site. The link is below, and you can contribute $1 a month or $5 a month, whatever you guys want. I'd appreciate it all. In this video, I want to speak to you guys about a question that a non-INFJ sent me, and basically the question was, boom, I'm also interested in knowing if you would do a video about, does INFJ give up on someone they like easily, or do they lose interest in a person easily? And I think the lady's name was Ivy. She sent me a lot of questions and a lot of messages. And obviously, she's extremely interested in this INFJ. And I can sense from what is happening is that she's getting clingy and, interested and wanting to be with this INFJ. And I understand from a non-INFJ perspective, you really like this INFJ. They're a unique creature. You've never met someone like them before. You want to hang out with them all the time. You want to be with them. And so you message them all the time because that's what you do when you're in a relationship with other people. And, for some reason, the more you message them, the more they get turned off by it. And the more they don't message you back, the more cold they become. And if you haven't watched any INFJ videos, you don't know what the hell's going on. And then so you walk away from them because you think they've lost interest. Now, we do not lose interest in people we like easily, all right? But if we lose interest in you easily, it means we don't like you that much. And again, that's a very harsh thing to say. But if you're thinking that your INFJ has lost interest in you, it's probably because they don't find you interesting, because you are not contributing to them in a certain way. As I've said before, we like to be around people who make us better, who teach us things about ourselves or about the world, who make us question things, who are basically teaching us to be the best version of ourselves, right? So if someone's not motivating me or not making me the best version of myself, they're just, dilly-dallying through life, they're being lazy, and they're just not the kind of people that I want, that is going to motivate me to become better, I don't want to be around that person. There are a billion people, more than 90% of the population on this planet is like that, right? They just cruise through life. They don't really do anything. They're not improving themselves. They don't care, right? They just want to get their paycheck wherever it might be and buy things and watch TV, and that's it. So most people we're not going to be interested in hanging out with them anyways. So most people are not. We're going to lose interest very quickly. I'll meet people and I'll be like, maybe they have something more to them than I can see, that is visible to the eye. And over again, it's proven that it's not. They're just very shallow people, and they're interested in shallow things, and that's fine. Well, that's what they are. I'm not judging them. I'm just saying that they're not for me. And so then I lose interest in them, and that's it. They're gone from my life, because I just won't message them anymore. They probably will realize I'm not interested, and that relationship ends. Perfect. If we're interested in you, it's probably because you make us better, right? All of the people that I surround myself with, all the people in my life, very few people, but all of them are doing something magnificent, awesome, amazing in their lives, and they're changing the world or changing themselves for the better all the time. They're constantly learning and growing. They make me want to be the best version of myself. They motivate me, inspire me, and make me aspire to be the best version of myself, right? So all of this stuff happens with the people that I like, that I keep around in my life, right? So I don't lose interest in them easily because I like them, but also because they keep me fascinating. They're fascinated. They're always changing, they're always growing, they're always learning. And that learning, growing, changing facet of themselves is fascinating to me. I want to be around that. I want to notice them. I want to observe them. I want to watch them grow and blossom and become better and better, right? That is interesting to me, right? So if we like you, we're not going to lose interest in you easily. And we like you because you are that kind of person that is jibing with us, the kind of person who's always growing and expanding and three-dimensional and is interested in quirky, random things, right? For example, one of my friends, I'm really close with her right now, and when we first met, I wasn't that interested in her. I was like, all right, yeah, she seems interesting, but I don't know. And the conversations we had were very stilted, very, very short, because she was busy with other things, and so we didn't really get to know each other that well. And then recently, a few months ago, we started hanging out again, and I realized that she has grown and expanded as an individual so much in the last 3 years since I last spoke to her, that we became really close. And the more time I spend with her, the more I love her, the more I admire her, the more she holds a place in my heart, the more I realize we're friends for life, right? And so I just love her. And whenever she says, let's hang out, I'm like, yeah, of course, let's hang out. Because I know if I hang out with her, I'm going to learn something from her. She's going to teach me something, and I'm going to expand as a human being, and I'm going to meet new people, and I'm going to meet new facets of myself. And it's just a good thing all around, right? It's never boring around her. It's never like, this is the same old kind of thing. So I learn a lot from her. And so yeah, that's the kind of friendship I like. And so this is what I want to say to non-INFJs. Now, it's such a harsh, I know I'm probably being extremely harsh in this video, and I really don't want to. I don't want to break people's heart. I don't want to be like, yeah, you're not going to be for the INFJ, so just give up on them. Because it's so rare that people are interested in INFJ, so I want them to stay interested. I want them to be with the INFJs. I want INFJs, all INFJs, to be in relationships, right? I hate it when INFJs are alone and lonely by themselves and complaining about it. I want them to be in a relationship. But I do want to say that if you're the kind of person who is not going to grow and expand as an individual, even if we're interested in you at first, we're going to get bored of you pretty quickly. And we're going to get bored of you pretty damn quickly. And then that relationship is going to end. So it actually is a lesson for you guys as well. If an INFJ is thinking that you're kind of not expanding or growing, perhaps you need to look within yourself as well and think, okay, what am I doing with my life here? Why am I here? No, seriously though, why has this life been given to me? What am I doing on this planet? Am I just here to work at my job, go home and watch Netflix, produce a bunch of babies and retire and things like that? I mean, like, seriously, think about what is it that you're here to do? What is your purpose? Why did the universe place you here, etc., etc.? Like, expand your awareness, expand your consciousness, and expand your life a little bit. Do not just be stifled and situated in a couple of things. Don't be one-dimensional, especially if you want your INFJ to be interested in you long term, right? And I've been in relationships like this where I was with this person at first because they were so interesting and so fascinating because they were always changing, always growing, always learning. And then they got maybe bored of it or tired of it or lazy, whatever it was. They stopped doing that. And I noticed that month after month, they were the same person. They did not expand, they did not grow, they spent all their time watching TV, not doing anything, not learning anything. And so that was it. Eventually I was like, all right, cool. You haven't changed in the last year. You're the same person you were at the beginning of this year. So I think it's time for me to move on, right? And so this happens to me in relationships all the time. So if an INFJ is losing interest in you, it's probably because of this major reason. Now, of course, other things happen as well. We get busy, we have our projects we're working on, we have our obsessions, and we might realize we're more interested in working on our obsessions rather than focusing on a relationship. This happens to me a lot, and so I cut off that person. But there's obviously a random myriad number of reasons that will come up for an INFJ not being interested in you or losing interest. For example, one of my examples that I can share with you, I had a really good guy friend a couple years ago, and I was really interested in him as a friend because he was really interesting and he did all these cool things, and I was fascinated by him. And then he started kind of sliding and slipping into the thing of not doing anything interesting or just running after women, right? He was just was obsessed with women. He just wanted a girlfriend. That's the only thing he talked about. I want a girlfriend. I want to run after this girl. This girl is really interesting. I want to quit everything and move, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, it's kind of romantic, but he was kind of losing the essence of what made him interesting, for me at least. Yeah, and of course, now it doesn't matter. I'm just one person in his life. And I was like, I think this is not going to be a friendship that I'm going to want to be in anymore. And so I cut him off, right? Now, nowadays, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't just cut off people without telling them why. But at that point, I did. And so we weren't friends anymore. And he was really upset by that fact. And he didn't understand what was going on. I wish I was mature enough at that point to explain to him, I just don't see anything. I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of this relationship. You're just getting very boring and stale. And you're not growing or expanding as a human being. And so I don't think I want to be around you anymore, right? Of course, that would be a very cruel thing to say. I would say it in a different way, maybe. But that's what INFJs are all about. So if we're losing interest in you, there's a reason for it. And mostly it has to do with the fact that you're not changing or growing as a person. Of course, this is one reason, but it's a major reason that INFJs might not be interested in you anymore. Okay? So I hope this makes sense. I hope I was able to explain myself to you. If you guys have any specific questions about this video or any other video, please email me. Email is the only way I answer questions anymore. And if you guys want to support me further, obviously you can go to my Patreon site. The link is below. And you can contribute $1 a month, $5 a month, whatever you guys prefer. I would love it all. All right? Thank you again, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.